Yeah, no man, I don't know. Slenderman's not as scary as you said it would be. Oh hey, sorry. I didn't see you there. Oh hey, sorry. I didn't see you there. My name is Joseph D. Gameberg. You might know me as the guy who ate a spring roll for television. Or by my middle name, Danger. But don't worry, I'm here to help.
The holidays are creeping up on us and can be an extremely stressful time, especially for gamers. People expect you to smile more, act happy, and take photos with them. Even your favorite game, Terraria, adds some Christmas-themed things to the game. Neighbors put up lights that are bright enough to blind you, yet still not bright enough to see what's happening on your Game Boy screen. Everywhere you go, there are decorations reminding you that the time is approaching. Family and friends want to socialize, which digs into the precious time that you wanted to spend playing Roblox. That is time that you will never be able to get back. And no matter where you go or how hard you try, Mariah Carey always follows you.
I find all of these things scary, and now you can too.
Luckily for you, I have perfected 7 ways that never fail to get you out of important moments in your life so that you can play more games. Usually, you will need to pay up to $500,000 for this kind of knowledge, but considering how important this information is, I've decided to share it for free. So get a pen and a notepad and take some notes as we grow our brains together. Like science.
Die!
This is not the simplest solution, but might just work. For this solution, you don't actually need to die, you just need to pretend. It has its risks and is not foolproof, so I suggest that you don't try this at home. This solution takes a bit of planning, a line to cross, and perfect timing with a bit of luck to execute. Just hours before you're supposed to show up, you need someone to contact your friends or family and inform them of your death. You're going to need to have an excuse as to why they can't see your body until after the holidays, or else they will try to find you and spoil the surprise. A solution that worked for me is to let the person who calls your family tell them that they can only see the body once the authorities have finished their investigation and the lab results return clear. This plan works even better if you can hire some dancers dressed as cops to go to the place you're supposed to go and break the news to your family and friends while helping them mourn with an interpretive body dance. While your family is mourning or celebrating your death, you can peacefully play all the games that you've been building up in your backlog for months. Once the holiday season is over, you reappear by running into a family member's house, wearing only a hospital gown and shouting untranslatable noises. If you are fluent in Latin and they are not, then you can replace the untranslatable noises with Latin phrases. The risks you need to take into account are that your family might actually go to your home after hearing about your death, especially if you have pets that they know about. So you either need to make sure that they can't get into your home or need to move just before the holidays without informing them. You also need to take into account that they might actually kill you for pulling a stunt like this, so it is recommended not to attempt solution 1 unless all other solutions have failed.
Get help from the government to cryogenically freeze yourself.
The next proposal is probably the most dangerous one on the list, so it should absolutely not be attempted unless it is your last resort. For this proposal, you're going to need to join a government-funded cryogenic program and let them cryogenically freeze you, as it is too dangerous to attempt it with the technology available to the public. See, the government has technology that you can't acquire, as it might be seen as too dangerous for the average human to understand. The average human has a brain that can fit in their head, and sometimes that is just not enough to understand the mirror goo. Anyways, the government has been hiding technology that is able to achieve things that we could only imagine, such as cyborgs and a stable internet connection. The parts of the government that you actually see, such as their websites and their president, is made by the average human that doesn't have access to this knowledge. You need to speak to Marcus on the 3rd floor in order to get access to these programs. So anyways, in order for this plan to work, you're going to need to trust that the intern will unfreeze you at the time that they promised, or else you might end up being lost and forgotten about after the next election, and end up waking up in the distant future when everyone plays Fortnite and they all play on their phones, and the game you wanted to play no longer supports online play. I just realized that this proposal will actually not buy you any more time to play games, and instead just help you to skip for holidays. It is, however, the proposal that requires the least amount of effort, so it might be worth a try.
Clone yourself.
Proposition 3 is quite simple. All you need to do is clone yourself. You need to be careful, as this proposition is probably the most dangerous one on the list, and it should definitely not be attempted unless all other propositions on the list have already failed. So once you've obtained your clone, you need to carefully slip it into your regular routine while you hide away and play your games in peace. This is the best way to make the most of the holidays, as you get to do what you love, while your family and friends can get their sad, empty needs fulfilled by the clone. Once the holidays are over and you're ready to slip back into your regular life, or run out of money, all you need to do is secretly fight your clone to the death. This part is the hardest as your clone is basically you. So unless you discover some new fighting moves while you were away, or come prepared, you're going to be fighting head to head with yourself. Every clever move you think of, it already knows. Your pocket sand won't do much good, as it also has pocket sand, leaving both of you blinded for life. If you manage to win, you will need an excuse as to why you're gone for long enough to get rid of the clone and heal from the fight. Saying that I went on a fishing trip with a friend and then got lost in the woods worked for me. If you do end up losing the fight against your clone, well, then I hope they enjoy their fishing trip.
Simple. Just pretend you're sick.
This is the simplest plan on the list and requires the least preparation. But it is also the riskiest plan on this list and should probably never be attempted. The idea is to call your family or friends and tell them that you're sick. The illness that you use as an excuse needs to be bad enough to prevent you from going out, and for them to want to avoid you, but not so bad that they decide to come and take care of you. You also can't use excuses such as chickenpox when there are younger members in your family, as their parents might want to leave them with you so that they can also catch chickenpox. The time of the illness also needs to make sense, as you can't just have diarrhea for 2 months. While everyone is avoiding you for fear of falling ill, you can get some quality gaming done in peace. If you do mess up this plan, you will end up with a house full of people celebrating while you need to pretend to sleep. Also, if you do attempt any of these plans, it is a good idea to avoid going out, or going to places you usually go to avoid running into people you know.
Become a vegan.
This is probably the most dangerous plan, as you could lose some street cred or draw in the wrong crowd depending on where you live. It is quite difficult, as you will need to call your family and friends and tell them that you've become a vegan. This isn't easy, as you will need to continue talking to them for another 30 minutes about the health benefits of tofu. If your family is tolerant of vegans, you could throw in the fact that you also support the opposing political party as them, or how you're thinking about becoming a Scientologist. After informing enough people about your new lifestyle, you will need to continue the facade by posting pictures of salad. This can be done by taking pictures of other vegans' food at restaurants. You can spot them by looking for the person who eats alone. Feel free to approach them, as they are very friendly and enjoy the company. Once you receive a call that the event has unexpectedly filled up and there is no longer enough space for you to go, you have achieved great success and deserve to play Pokemon Sword as much as you want.
Become an important member of society.
Becoming an important member of society takes a lot of hard work and dedication and should never be attempted at home. The plan is to work hard before the holiday season and get yourself into a position where you are vital to the daily lives of other people. This way, when the holiday season comes around, you can make up some lame story about having to save some children by working on a proposal for a stop sign, or having to deal with the water crisis while you are actually chilling and playing some games, while ignoring those problems like most people in powerful positions.
Become wanted.
This is the most complicated number and should not be attempted ever. This number is still being tested, so the conclusion is not foolproof yet. For this number, you're going to become wanted and set out on a journey that will change your life. I'm still working on the end of this plan, so here's how it's been going. I started by finding some random person and then accidentally let them escape. When the authorities came knocking, I secretly escaped through my front door and ran away from the comfort of my office, hiding with some chickens. Shortly after, I entered the wild, but ended up getting chased by the wall of flesh. When I finally got away, I ended up in an unknown location. I decided to take some time to catch my breath before trying to get back home. On my quest to get home, I got into a fatal accident and ended up stranded. When I finally recovered, I attempted to get home again, but got captured and placed in captivity. The next part was a blur.
Now I'm here, trying to hastily make my way home.
The most important part is to upload videos in order to send cryptic messages to let your family know that you're okay, while at the same time choosing a topic that won't be big enough to alert authorities. As I said, this plan is still in progress, so keep your eyes open for the big conclusion.
Now that you have obtained all the possible knowledge you will ever need to get out of your responsibilities and have a gaming-filled holiday you've always been dreaming of, it is time to make the choice that's right for you. If all of his plans and ideas that I've given you end up failing, you should just give up and go enjoy your holidays with your friends and family. I'm coming! Good luck. Come, cousin. Mom's calling.